is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the
a gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Jackson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Jackson to Boykin, 1st down, Baltimore. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
3rd down.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
He's tackled.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 29, Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to you. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Greg. 8.
Here's Newton. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
A gain of 2.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Push him back. Check 50. 8.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is taken at about the 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a handoff to Jacobs, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Judon there on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Steps away to his left. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Jackson's pass.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown. Touchdown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Patriots 10, Ravens 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 20. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
On 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 29-yard line.
On first down, Newton. Sideline throw, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Newton dancing to his left. And now he's going to Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through.
Patriots 17, Ravens 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Demir Bird returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Calais Campbell on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
58, come on. Oh, here we go. Oh, 58, boy, 58.
Now it's Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak. No signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be.
Opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58, right there. Go. Go. Gun, gun. 58, come on. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Slam, slam, slam. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
43-yard line.
First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go right back to White here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
20.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put both.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this, we can protect this, and make sure we keep the ball.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Russell run. They're running it.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal at 23 yards on the play. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Now the Pats' leading rusher the past 2 seasons, it's Sony Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Watch your slant, watch your slant. Watch your slant. Yeah, Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I
can't believe they even let you play.
3rd and goal from the 6. They'll run with Jacobs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Patriots.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Baltimore.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Buying time to his left. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Through an opening, and there he goes.
What you doing out there, boy?
20,
this ain't no high school
10,
pancake
5,
football.
and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Touchdown, Patriots.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.